Sony had a state of play yesterday, and I was not really excited about it. I feel like I haven't been excited about PlayStation in a while, and I was really hoping once I heard they were having a state of play that this would be a good one, especially since that whole PSN network outage happened last weekend, and now I know 2 days ago they announced the state of play for PlayStation, which it seems like really good timing with that whole network going down. But anyways, I really was thinking about how I'm hoping that this state of play hopefully blows me away. But my overall opinion about it, I was impressed with some of the games, but for the most part, it's like, I don't know, what are we doing? Like, some of these games are just not that exciting to me. And I made a list here, and we're going to get through them, each one, and put my thoughts and opinions on each one on the list. And they started off with Monster Hunter Wilds, which I never really was big into Monster Hunter, but if I was going to start playing it, I would definitely try it with this game. It does seem interesting to me. I did play the beta they had out not too long ago, and it seemed interesting. I wasn't like hating on it. I would definitely give it a shot. Would I do a pre-order for it? Because you get a pre-order bonus of a Guild Night set and a mini art book, but I don't think I would pre-order this. I usually don't pre-order games, but this one I would buy maybe in a couple months if the reviews are out that are good. I would probably give it a shot. And then from there we go to Shinobi Art of Vengeance, which is a 2D platformer. It looks kind of cool. I actually like the way this looks. I like these kind of games. I like the fact that it almost hopefully will be like a Metroidvania type game, because I really do enjoy those type of games, and I really hope that, and I have a good feeling that this game will be good. And I know this is from the developers of Streets of Rage 4, which is, the game is supposed to come out on August 29th, 2025. That was my first game I felt kind of excited for. And then from there we got Sonic Racing Crossworlds, a gameplay trailer. And it was okay. I wasn't really excited when I saw it. I like Sonic in the old days when I had my Sega Genesis, but I never really was into the Sonic games, and it's a racing game. I never really played Mario Kart that much. Never really, I don't know. I like racing games, but it was okay. It didn't do nothing for me, but they're having a closed network test on February 21st. So, I mean, if I had a chance to do the network test, I'd try it. But, from there, we had Digimon Story. The game is called Time Stranger. It's a turn-based RPG coming out in 2025. It looked okay. Nothing to blow me away. Wasn't really into it. From there, we got a gameplay trailer of Lost Soul Aside. That seemed kind of interesting. I'm 50-50 about that. It seems like it has potential, so there's not much else to say about that game. Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. It says that I think they're dropping a demo this year sometime, and that Ichiban is coming to Dave the Diver in April. I never played Dave the Diver. It just is not my kind of game. Not too bad, but I am interested in the Pirate Yakuza game. I only Like a Dragon game I played, I think it was The Man Who Had No Name or something like that. I can't remember exactly. I tried that recently. That was pretty decent. It almost reminds me of I know Yakuza's been out forever, but I think of Sleeping Dogs, because the only game I've really played that was like that type of fighting martial arts game is Sleeping Dogs, and I did like it. I was kind of digging it, so I'm interested in trying this pirate game. It's almost like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, what they should have came out with. It's like, what Ubisoft isn't coming out with. Anyways, from there we got Splitgate 2. It's a free-to-play shooter. I don't have much to say about that. I'm not big into free-to-play games. So, I don't know. It just doesn't do nothing for me. And then after that, they showed WWE 2K25 showing off the island, which is, it seems like some kind of expansion or something. I never was into wrestling games that much. I used to play Madden back in the day, but I'm not really into sports games overall. So, and I'm definitely not into wrestling. But for, I guess that is coming out in April. So if someone's excited about that, cool. From there they showed Borderlands 4 gameplay trailer. I played the first one. I was never really I don't know. I don't mind looter shooter games, but I don't know. I played the first Borderlands. Not too excited about that. And then Supermassive Games is coming out with a game, Directive 8020, coming out October 2nd, 2025. They're the ones, I think they made The Quarry, I think, and another game before that. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. It seems like story-based type horror survival games. I mean, it's almost like pick your own path book type game. I don't know. It's okay. I like games that have gameplay. I do like having story, but I don't know if it's surrounding by just story. It just doesn't do much for me. I wasn't excited about that. Some game called Split Faction. It's a co-op game. They showed off the gameplay, or it's just a trailer. I think they showed off with that one. It's from the developers of It Takes Two. So, I mean, I never played that game, but it got really good awards or whatever. I'm sure that'll be okay. I'm sure that game probably do pretty decently. But then from there was Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic gameplay trailer, and that's supposed to drop on June 13th, 2025. I never played any of the Five Nights at Freddy's. It just, I like horror games, but I don't know. They don't seem to really scare me that much. I like games that are gonna freak me out if I'm gonna play a game like that and really try to scare me. But it didn't really do much for me on that. And then from there we had a gameplay preview of the game, excuse me, Midnight Walk. It seems like it's almost like Nightmare Before Christmas style type game. I feels that I'm getting the vibes off from. It seems cool. Nothing to get too excited over, but I would definitely play it to try it, depending on how much the price of the game would be. As like the developers were saying that it's a cozy game. I mean, cool. Sometimes I can deal with chill games. I would check it out. And then after that, they came out with Warriors Abyss. It's some roguelite from Koei Tecmo. I guess that was available as of now. They said available today, meaning in yesterday. So I guess that's available to play. I don't know if that's free to play or not. I didn't look too much into that, but it didn't really, it was okay. It didn't seem to do too much for me to want to play that game. But from there, we got a game from Konami, Darwin's Paradox, revolving around an octopus and a food processing facility. I mean, it seems interesting. At least they're trying to take some risk of trying a different type of game besides the same old. I could appreciate that. I would try it at a decent price, depending on what they're going to charge. Either way, I don't mind. I'm 50-50 on that. It seems all right. But the next one seems interesting to me. I've never played these games on the PS2. I've never really heard about them until recently. Onimusha, I think I'm saying that right. Onimusha 2 Remastered. They showed gameplay, which is coming out May 26, 2025. It seems cool. I kind of like the style of it. It seems like Ninja Gaiden type style, and I played that. I love those games, and I definitely want to check that out to see how it plays, because I know they're coming out with Onimusha Way of the Sword in 2026, which that game looks really good. The graphics in that game just look so good from what they're showing, and I like the style of game that they showed. So I definitely would want to play that. I am definitely excited about that in 2026. From there, obviously, they showed a new trailer from Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta, and that game looks good for being a remake, it seems like, more than just a remaster, and that is definitely something I'm definitely going to get day one. I don't know. We'll see how it runs. I'll look up reviews to make sure it's not super buggy and it runs well. I'll probably end up buying that depending on how much they're going to charge. But I definitely like the original, and I'm definitely playing that game. So I'm pretty excited about that. And that's supposed to drop August 28th of 2025. So I'll probably get that game. And then from there, they showed a game called Hell Is Us trailer, which is supposed to be out September 24th, 2025. Not much to say about that one. But then they showed Liza P DLC, which it seems like it's set in the winter time, and it looks really cool. I beat Liza P twice. Once on New Game and New Game Plus, and I actually just love that game. It's so good. I always like Souls-like. I like that type of genre of game. I like being challenged in that way. I love the atmosphere, and I feel very immersed when I play that game, and that I am so excited for. I can't wait for that DLC to come out, which is, I think, called Overture. I think that's how it's said. You say it. And I am really excited about that DLC. And also, which leads me into saying about the other DLC that's going to drop, Stellar Blade, with the crossover Nikkei, I don't know how you say it, from one of their other games that they made before Stellar Blade. I love Stellar Blade. It's so good. The gameplay is really good. The story, I mean, it's doable. I mean, wasn't super into the story, but I like it. I like the game overall. The gameplay is fun. I platinumed that game. So good. I'm excited for that one. And yeah, those are like the only two that I'm really excited for, and I can't wait for them to come out with those two DLCs. But like I said, they're DLCs. They're not new. They're new games, but they're not new to this state of play. They're just DLCs. So, I mean, from the games that they showed so far, I haven't been super excited about, besides the two DLCs that are coming out this year. And then after that, they have a game called Dreams of Another from Pixel Junk. I mean, it looks okay. It doesn't really do much for me. And then they showed Days Gone Remastered that you can get, but if you already own it, you can get it with a $10 upgrade. The PS5 version. I like that game. I do like Days Gone. I think it's a great game. It's not like a masterpiece or anything, but it's definitely fun to play, and I can get lost in it if I wanted to. So, would I pay the extra $10 for it? I guess so. Yeah, it's $10. Why not? Sure, I like the game enough. And then after that, I have written down here. From there, they showed off a couple PS Plus games and classic games that are coming to PS Plus, the premium and all the different tiers or whatever. So, I mean, not really much to talk about on that. And then from there, from actual PlayStation Studios, Housemarque Studios, from the makers of Returnal, which I really did like that game. Returnal's so good. It was a roguelike. I'm not super into roguelikes, but I love the atmosphere of the game. It's very atmospheric for me, and it was very immersive. So I played that, and I love that game. It was one of my first PS5 games that I bought for the PS5 when I got it. I mean, they only showed a trailer. There was no gameplay or anything, so I don't know much about this game. It's called Saros. I think that's how you say it. They didn't show much. They just showed the feel of the game, I guess, but they didn't show anything that was gameplay or anything. But and that was is supposed to be coming out in 2026, so that's not till next year anyway. But my overall thoughts about the state of play is I feel like it almost feels like it was rushed. I'm not saying they did rush it or wasn't planned, but it's just the timing is really interesting to me that their PlayStation Network went down and everyone is kind of bashing on PlayStation for this happening again, and all of a sudden they have a state of play coming out, and most of these games are just meh. They're just meh games. They're like nothing that's going to get me super excited. I'm sure people out there will be excited about some of these games if you're into that type of genre of game, but from my overall impression and my thoughts and my opinions on this state of play was not very good. I'm not very happy overall with the future of PlayStation for this year. They're not showing any super good bangers of games. It's just nothing that like I was expecting. Like I hope that they're going to be coming out with more of their first party games too. They had what, one game, maybe two. I think it's just one of from actual PlayStation Studio that will be releasing next year. But my overall thoughts was I'm not really happy with the state of play. And with the video I made yesterday about how I was concerned about PlayStation and the future of them and where they will be going in the future, and this doesn't get me excited about wanting to buy the next generation of PlayStation as of right now. And I feel like hopefully they will start bringing out better games in the next, what, when the PS6 is supposed to come out in what, 2-3 years or something like that, whatever it may be. I mean, we're at the end tail of this generation, and this is all we're really getting in the state of plays. I just hope they have something more this year than what they showed with this state of play. And those are my thoughts on it. It was just okay for me. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you like it, and thank you again for watching. See ya.